Unfortunately, there was a few key members that hadn't showed up. A couple of things we want to do. Is Dave shop around here?
Yeah.
Back here.
Be back and drinking.
Come on, Dave. Dave, come on up.
Dave, make the moonshine. Come on up here.
All right. Yeah. Apple pie moonshine.
We're going to need Dave up here.
Okay. Here I are.
Drinking again.
I am.
Now, normally we have several artists that come and they have a big display over there. And they weren't able to make it because obviously of the weather. And they're gracious enough to donate something to Dave's cause. I don't know if you know about Dave, but on the oil tank back there, there's a poster about him.
Who was up there last year? Did anybody see it?
I did.
He has gone, driven his 32 Roadsters to 49 states in 9 days for charity for the Ronald McDonald House. That wasn't good enough. So last year, 2011, he decided to do 49 states in 7 days. And he did that also. And he's raised
$186,000 for Ronald McDonald House.
Now, I'm sure you all know Ronald McDonald, and it's actually a personal thing for us too. Stand up, Justin. Justin went when he was 2 years old.
He didn't go there, we did.
And so it was a honeymoon.
I went there. She stayed in the
Anyway, 2 years ago we had built 13 hot rods. Keith and I, my son Matt, had built 13 hot rods. And what we did was we talked all these guys into driving them to Bonneville. So Chuck, one of the photographer guys that isn't able to make it here, did a poster called The Dirty Dozen. And we had only about 20 signed by every owner of the car. Dennis Varney, John Swander, George Potee, Casey, Richie, Dave Scroggs, Randy Stenson, Jorge Zaragoza, Dick DeLuna, who's here, Keith, John, who owns the Roadster now, and myself. There's only 20 of these. They're all signed by the artist and signed by the photographer.
Clint, they're worth a lot of money.
So, they're worth about 50 cents. But the money will go directly to Dave, who will directly put it to the Ronald McDonald House. So it's the only thing we're going to auction. So who wants to start the bid? Tom,
I'll
50
start
cents?
the bid. No, I'll give you $100.
$100.
I'll give you 200.
All right.
How can you get 200?
That's not fair.
Is anybody 200?
Well, then you can't
Where's Rumpy?
you can't charge an administration fee then if you pay yourself.
300.
Andrew, come on, speak up there, Mr. Corvair guy.
I drive Corvairs. I'm a cheap guy.
300.
Look how nice
Okay,
this will look.
350.
350.
I don't like the color of the cars. I
For
want
a
a different
great
color.
cause, and
why
if
don't
you
you
ever
buy it?
had a
You've got all the
child
money.
that needed to go in the hospital and you had to go to Ronald McDonald,
You're keeping your charity money at home for American children.
I got 400.
Who gave 400? Who gave 400?
Doesn't matter who.
The ghost bidder gave 400.
Okay, 450.
450.
All right, I'm up in it.
No.
Come on.
475.
500. I'm doing.
We got 475 back here. The only problem is that Tom McIntyre's car's not in.
Well, we got ghosted in there.
We got 475. Do we have 475? 475.
Okay, 500.
500. You're not able to bid.
Yeah, you're out.
500? Twice? 3 times. You got it.
All right. All for you, my friend.
Just a little bit, just bear with me a couple seconds. I promise this won't be too painful. The guy that happened to spend the 500, it's his car that you've all been slamming the doors and getting in and taking pictures of, putting putting beer on there, spilling beer, chicken wings, grease.
This is the
That's
one.
Tom.
This is the
He
one.
loves
That,
it. Well,
this
that's
is the one that has the
Chris's
sign on it at the car show that says "Please touch."
Now,
Hey, at least it doesn't have
The
a pizza
car,
box
not
on
you.
like Richie's.
yeah, Richie's we put. Well,
The grease
Yeah, we
stains,
did pizza off
we
of
did
Richie's
other things
car.
on Richie's.
the grease stains, the grease
Well,
stains
things in
increase the
Richie's
value.
car that you don't do anywhere else but Richie's car.
Yeah, so did Richie.
You know, I hate to say it, but I'd like to say one thing, if I may interrupt the speech. I know this is a very
Make it
important
quick.
speech, but
I'm going to lose my train of thought.
I got to say, this is the first time I've ever been here, and this is the first time I've seen this car. And I got to say, you know, so many of you have been just making me feel like family here. And I got to say that this is one of the best decisions I ever made to buy one of these cars so that I could become one of the group here. And,
One of the boners.
I just have to thank you all for being nice to me. It was really good.
Now,
You could be a boner in our
somewhere's
age,
here.
that's great.
Where's Larry O'Grady? Right here. Larry O'Grady, a few years ago. Just bear with us.
I can see out the windshield.
We met Larry through Jeff Norwell, who also couldn't make it down. And he happens to be one of the engravers for the Canadian Mint. And the son of a bitch won't give us any samples. But every car that we build, there's been a few that have showed up for sale that we didn't build, that we were supposed to build. So we started doing ID tags that are hand engraved and numbered, and they go on the firewall. So Larry brought, along with the next, a few more, he brought number 16, which is Tom's car.
Oh, nice.
And Larry, maybe you guys can just kind of, we'll put it here later. Larry, why don't you give this to Tom? This'll, and you give it back to us, though, Tom.
Oh, nice. Well, that's an honor, Larry. Thank you very much.
Oh,
It's a real treat for me. It's a real treat for me. Much.
Now, is that made from Canadian copper? Because that's becoming valuable. All of a sudden, no more pennies in Canada.
$6 a pound.
That's Louis. That's
Down the American pennies.
Pennies are here.
Got
what's
loonies
left.
still.
we'll have this up here so you can just take a peek at it. We will, we'll rub it around on the floor and put it in the grease and everything and age it up so it looks shitty like the car. But it looks pretty good at this point.
Like the guy.
Did we pay him for those yet?
Hang on.
Not yet. Another thing about Tom, you know, he's from Southern California, and he's been hunting all day for a jacket because he didn't know that we had snow here. So fortunately, my son Matt, who is our third worker here, me, Matt, and Keith,
He's been teasing me all day.
he went out and bought Tom a jacket, a Rolling Bones Carhartt jacket.
nice.
I wanted a green Carhartt.
Don't get hurt on the chair because you're the only one that does the work here.
Tom twice actually asked me if Jack would sell him the jacket because he wanted one that was worn and as ugly as his car is gonna hopefully be. He went to Curtis Lumber and he said they didn't have any jackets, they were just selling dresses because that's the time of year. Sundresses. So we felt sorry for Tom and we dug this out of the dumpster. There you go.
That's about as good as it gets.
We'll let him take this home to California with him.
I
In
can't
fact,
believe you found one that.
We want to see on it. Check the pockets.
Oh, nice patchwork on
There's
that.
no pockets, they're gone.
in
The
fact,
Border Patrol will arrest you in California.
They'll think
That's
you're
a
a
little more worn than I'd anticipated.
undocumented, you're undocumented.
Undocumented, yeah. Undocumented.
actually,
Is there Jack Daniels in the pocket there?
this was hanging out back, and somebody brought it here because we sewed up the sandblast, and we used it to sandblast Tom's body when it came here because you get pelted by the
Because I
sand.
sent you such a bad body.
So anyhow, welcome to New York.
And of course, half of them couldn't come and the band couldn't come. So we had to settle for
Sandblast jacket.
the band that the
I've never
Chief
been
and
this
I
happy
could
before in my
afford.
entire life.
Can the band members come up?
Where's the band members? Hey!
Where are the band members?
Where are those two yokels at?
Now,
Buttons are out.
Yeah.
Again, this is, no, don't come in the back. You get in the front. Oh, no. These
I'll wait outside.
Come on
the
in.
only band that we could afford. And they're going to play later on, but they promised they would turn the volume like way down.
We're gonna amp it up.
However, in their contract,
It's as good as it gets.
we didn't give them any money, but they demanded that they each have a pair of dry socks.
Their usual rate is 25 cents an hour and all the pizza they can eat.
Yeah. Somebody took a bite out of this one.
Thank you.
Picky, picky, picky.
What's the name of that band? The Telltale Signs.
Yes, they do.
The Telltale
The
Signs.
telltale signs.
Okay, the
It
last
is that.
bit of stuff is, if you've been here before, you know that we have the high-speed division, which is Billy O, which, again, he couldn't get here. And we have the low-speed division, which was us. And now
you. I am now the high speed.
You're the high
Wasn't
speed.
that the Rusty broke down?
Anyway, now we have 3 speed divisions, the high, the middle, and the low.
That looks good on you.
Oh my God.
Right in
Like a real New York.
So, we have
taking
this
senior
bet going
status.
every year with Billy O. And if you saw his car, the Poopster, you would understand that he's under a pretty big deficit. They did so poorly this year, except for one racer, that none of them had the courage to show up. So they sent the poor little girl who went 175.682 miles an hour.
We're donating our M&Ms. We're donating our M&Ms.
Here's the thing. If you're familiar with Bonneville, you know that they have this thing called the 200-mile club where you get a red hat if you break a record over 200. Well, for girls, you know, girls are a little inferior to boys. They sort of, you know, it's like if you ever played golf, they have the women's tees and then they have the men's tees. So they got the pink hat for girls.
Oh.
Pink hat. You want to present that? Becky will get his awards.
Good. Well deserved.
Oh, poor thing.
These are, I promise we're going to be quick. There was a little friction on their team this year, and Billy had a bill from the New York State Department of Transportation. Seems they went right through the easy pass with the trailer and all for like 500 miles. So we were, and he also, by the way, they hit a moose about a year ago. So Keith and I chipped in, and Matt threw in like 50 cents. And we got Billy an easy pass with joke.
No, it's not. No.
He came in third. You want to get this going?
No.
Yeah, and again, there was a little friction on our team, and you know, the letter from the nice letter from the New York State Department of Transportation, and so on, in the fine. We thought we would give you this that came in the mail. I don't know what these little things on the bottom with the hairs are, but it's something like a. We'll give this to Becky, who can bring it.
That's too cool.
Good luck getting on the plane with that.
Now, you know they give out ribbons and so on, and blue is like for what, Keith?
That'd be first place.
Who went how fast?
183.742.
And second place would be red. And we went 138 with a flat head.
Oh, awesome.
And then, of course, there would be third place in the Bonneville Bones Challenge. And we'll give that to Becca.
A lot of things.
Yeah. it? No.
Get on the plane by
So
yourself.
lastly, promise, this is it.
Haram.
Band will play in the little
well compensated.
aisle quietly, they said. Eat, drink,
And be merry.
and be
Who's
merry.
Mary? Yeah.
Thanks for coming with the weather and the whole deal.
Here's the cannon, Keith.
Very good.
And Matt.
Keith and
I'm going to put this on display. God damn it, don't steal it.
Let's go eat some M&M's.
Yeah, really. Give them out. One for everybody.
I'm gonna change my socks right now.
Oh, the Rolling Bones Garage Night. Gotta love it. Once a year, the coldest day of the year. Red Ram power. They don't need no stinking engine oil. Nope. Beautiful.